Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pets. I gotta tell you, we've been playing a lot of this weekly. I don't know what it is. This weekly doesn't really have like a, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but it doesn't really have like a coherent theme. And I kind of love that. I kind of love that all the early animals are horrible. No disrespect, of course, to the horrible animals out there watching this very video. Let's get a chinchilla just for... I do think that to call... Hold on. Let's be a misshaped bagel. Great team name. The team name, of course, the most important part of the entire Super Auto Pets game. But I like that it's sort of themeless and seamless. There are, like, I feel like I've discovered maybe some power rankings. Like, for example, nothing can be as bullish for your abilities to succeed on a run, more so than getting a dog at turn 3 when you level up your tier 1 units. I had to think about it for a second. And especially, honestly here, freeze me in case we get a dog on level up. Like, that's how good it can be. It is, I think that buy, sell is like, I think they finally did it. Like, from tier 2 to tier 5, buy, sell seems to be like the dominant meta. At least that I've found works like half decently for me. Scampi, like the shrimp, it's Red Lobster, baby. It's Shrimp Fest, it's tempura, it's everything the body needs. It's everything you could ever ask for and more. Watch this. That would have been an amazing time to get a dog. So be it, so be it. Give me a rabbit for future scaling. I will not choose a pet to sell. Why don't you just ask me what organ I'd like to have removed? Okay, we're going all the way with this team. Seahorse is a little buff. You got to pick one to roll with, and you know what? I think we made a sensible decision. We'll see if maybe we can get our chinchilla leveled up. The ant will be pilled, and then by turn 5, we're gonna want to maybe buy some salads. That's my diagnosis. I'm diagnosing salad on this one. We lose mightily to this camel. I'll go ahead and say it, okay? If you don't like me saying it, then so be it. We lost that round because we got a worse tier 3 animal than they did on level up. Now, if that sounds like sour grapes, don't hit the cockroach. Thank you. If that sounds like sour grapes, I apologize. Sometimes the truth, when filtered through a bad faith lens, can appear to be sour grapes. I don't really care about getting you to level 3, to be honest. I think maybe we keep you around as a huge just in case, and then we get ready for like a potential package deal here. Level 2, 6, 7 Seahorse is not going to get us there, but it's so early that we got limited things to worry about, I think. Although, I'll tell you, I'm not super fond of, never mind, I'm in love with that shrimp. We managed to make it work. Okay. Fair and balanced, dog. It would be an amazing time for a dog. One does not show up, so be it. Let's pill you. I'll be honest with you. I think this is fully, like, give me some bacon, because it's basically a pair, since we have our rabbit. And then add a seahorse, and then I would say just put another seahorse like on the squad. What's the cockroach doing? What's the chinchilla doing? Well, the cockroach is doing nothing. The chinchilla is here to basically be like level up bait. So close. So close. We lose this. Okay, fair enough. You know, sometimes I get great shops and I lose. This is not one of those times. And I would go ahead and say that I think we're just a little bit past dog utility. I think we're a little bit past camel utility. I think we got to start thinking about how to get ahead of the curve again. I don't think the garlic does much for us here. I freeze this without a doubt. I would sell, well, get just combined first. I would buy a goldfish for future economy. It's an interesting thing to think about, isn't it? How about a rabbit that gets stronger? I don't think we need the chinchilla to level up anymore. The one level should do something for it. Even still, I believe it. Now, some rounds are important to win. Some rounds are important to not lose. This would be an insane round to not lose. I'm hopeful we kind of screwed things up with that chicken, but I don't think that's going to be the... I don't see how we're doing 15 damage to a unit that has garlic. I think we're definitely going to lose this one. It's going to be tight, okay? But this is the moment. You got to become part of the squad. You got to give us a good unit. You are not good enough. And I don't think a salad's going to save us. You may not be good enough, but we have to. Like, we have to give it a... I'm keeping the goldfish for now, just because we got to be a little nuanced in our pivots here. We're going to try to buff a seahorse. A 4 and a 4 is okay. And then we're really just going for this seahorse buff. I'm going to level with you. A 4... You know what? Okay, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to guarantee a 4-4 buff. We're going to level up. Are we running with anything here? I don't really think so. I guess I'd rather have a 5-5 than two 2s. That makes sense to me. Realistically, we're not in a great spot here with a 4 squad in our current position. Yeah, just not good. Just in general, like a pretty terrible round the whole way through. All right, never mind. I hate this weekly. What was I thinking? Saying this weekly is good. You notice, by the way, almost every team that beat us had a shrimp. I'm just throwing that out there. I love a 2-2. I think a seahorse can do stuff. 2 cockroaches, freeze a bee for the future. I'm not saying we didn't make mistakes, by the way. Let's be a gasping mask. Round 1, this is not amazing, but round 1 is the least important of all the rounds. People have said this for years, and I would echo that. By the way, we're going to draw. I got a tortilla chip residue in my throat. I apologize. Ant me, nonetheless. Roll me. No cockroach. We'll go double ants. I'll give a cockroach the seal of honey approval. And this is a great setup for round 2. Now, they are running a similar sort of game here, to which I got to give them quite a lot of credit. I don't think it's going to do it, though. It feels better when you beat someone who made an account in the test build, too. It just feels like you did something right. Okay, we go up with an ant, now, and you get a dog. And now you're off to the races. You buy a dog. You combine your cockroaches. You buy a shrimp for the future that buffs your dog. You roll. We're looking for pills for our ant. We're looking for buy cells. We're looking for buys because the guinea pig gives you, when you buy it, it gives you a buy. Then it gives you 2 cells. When you buy the chinchilla, it gives you 1 buy and a summon, and then 2 cells. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. With this weekly, they brought buy sell back, and the other gamers don't know how to act. I don't know if this is an original line that I made up. Start here. No, start here. Sell me. But I'd prefer if our cockroach didn't get buffed, but for now it's not that big of a deal. Pill me. Thank you, huge. Now, buy me. Go for the double sell. Oh, they made the guinea pig, like, it summons itself. So you can actually combine them now. Now, that's a change that makes a lot of sense to me. It's a great buy. All of a sudden, it's about to be turn 4. We got an 8-8, 8-9, 8-10, 8-11. Not yet. Maybe next round. I mean, you could crab up on this. You roll like a 3-5 meat. Seems a little bit... It's not quite worth it in my world. We need to buy 2 things. Okay. You know what? Just to mess with a team. There is... I mean, technically you could eke some stat points out here. You could make your cockroach stronger at the expense of your dog, so that when it spits out honey, the dog gets a little bit stronger. And yeah, sure, you could put a raccoon out there for a minute. And then next turn, I mean, we already got the stat points out of them. Next turn, we'll sell them and get the stat points again. We'll level up our cockroach, see what we get out of it. I don't think this was like an amazing turn. Do I think it's enough to get the job done? Yeah, yeah. And here's, can I pop pierce the veil, if you will, of Super Auto Pet's skill? It's a skill-based game with a heavy luck component. You might find yourself asking a question like, how could NL get 2 wins in the last round and then be so cracked this time? It's because I got struck by lightning. We got the dream team here. There's nothing else to say. Get sold. Don't buff our frog. Get bought. Then we have to combine. We do it this order so the dog still gets the buff. A parrot, I probably sleep, but I sell you. Okay. I buy you. And then... Truth be told, it's not the best setup. I would probably take a blobfish it is fine. Desync me. I've recovered from worse. And garlic the dog, just because it's the best way to spend 3 gold, I think, right now, is to get some utility there. Obviously, we're looking for a pill on our blobfish. Still seems great to me. We're looking for a pill on our blobfish that would allow us to get a level 2 dog, and then we're even further off to the races this time. No pill yet. No pill. I would take a roll here. I would buy, I suppose. You're forcing my hand. You know what? The cockroach is not long for this world, sort of. So let's... Sure, it's not the way that ideally I would like to do it, but that's... Maybe we're on our way, and that's just a great unit, quite frankly. Maybe we're on our way now to a level 3 dog. It could have... It's more likely than you think, I think. This team, it kind of looks like we only have one good unit, but you do have to keep in mind, and I say this without a hint of irony, so if I'm wrong, it's that much funnier, but our one good unit is going to be better than most of the teams we go up against, just due to the structure of the weekly right now. I mean, we're cruising still after everything we've been through. How about, like, one of these? How about one of these? How about one of these? This might be overkill. We might be approaching overkill. And, you know, the buffalo or the bison, it could do something for us. I'll give you that. But on the other hand, I mean, this is just humorous. Now I'm like, maybe we'd want to make you a level 2 and then kill you and give 2 experience, but I don't think that's the case. But I'll add you. You know what? No, I won't. No, I won't, because we don't need you. I'll add a parrot instead that buffs our, or that echoes our dolphin, so we get a little double snipe. And I would say at this point, when the dog hits level 3, we can probably start to think about saying goodbye to a 2-3 level 1 shrimp with no upside. Thank you for killing this unit so it's not going to steal my garlic. That makes a big difference. The classic Len song, Steal My Garlic, it will not be enacted today. 6 wins with nothing but momentum coming for us. Level 3 dog. A cow, sure. I mean, at this point, you would almost have to be stupid not to take this. And then we sell you. And everything that gets buffed for now is okay, but we are looking to pivot off of the shrimp at some point. I buffed it because I can't be trusted to click on the right button. This is like future-proofing, okay? Like, you don't really need the garlic right now, so there's probably a better place to put this, but whatever. And dude, the blobfish pill is a pivotal strat in the weekly here. I feel like I have nothing to fear. Not even fear itself. Sorry, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We've progressed past the need for fear in all capacity because we're at 7 wins. We have not yet taken an L. How about a sell? We've taken many sells, no denying that. And then start buffing your bison, which is hard to consider because it's not a buffalo, even though it's receiving the buff. So it's a nice buy, and then a sell, which comes with a buff, which comes with a summon, which comes with a buff, which comes with a sell, which comes with a buff. Might as well, for now. And you know what? I mean, while we're here, it's a bit, you know... I mean, it's a Pack 1 world we're living in. Like, look at this team. You think I'm thrilled to be running this Pack 1 team with all these new animals? No, but that's okay because when we make it to Tier 6, we'll just do what we always do. And sell 2 units and roll Siberian Tiger plus Walrus. And then you're off to the races. Hold on. Hold on. We lose a round? Now, that was unexpected. Very well done. I know I sound pompous, but can you blame me? I thought we were off to the races. I thought we were in the clear. Okay, and there's your Walrus. I still think we'd like our Walrus to get buff. I think we got the runway to make it happen. We no longer really need to worry about buffing the dog. Essentially at all. The Walrus getting buffed would be nice. The dog no longer needs the summon triggers. It's not maxed, but we could consider it maxed, I think. Okay, big walruses, man. Big walrus. That's not the best possible outcome, but the peanut is going to be important But as of right now, it's like the 8th line of defense. It's like after all the other fail-safes of having such good units come to pass, then sure. So again, we're not worried about our dog. We don't need to enact the summon trigger anymore. You having more stats would be nice. I would like to get some chocolate. I mean, to be honest, no. Wait. I thought about it. With 7 HP, why throw a monkey wrench into it, you know? I thought about selling to get the level 2 walrus. And it might be the right play, to be honest, but we just don't need to. We have so much more runway to work with. We might as well, you know, work with it. It's a little unfortunate, I gotta say, and yet Peanut does kill through that. Yo, you got a little lucky. But that's why I respect it, to be honest, because I like an eagle. I think it's a funny way to live your life. As good as the monkey buff is, and it really is, we're gonna do it. I talked myself into it. I was like, anything you could do that advances your chances of getting your walrus to level 3 is like that much better. But, I mean, the guaranteed scaling from the monkey, it still does some work. You got double peanuts already? You know what they did? Those sneaky sons of guns, and it's gonna work for them. They pilled a walrus to get 2 permanent death touch. Holy cow. Now you got me thinking, what if I pilled a walrus? Forget the Stegosaurus for now. I'm not saying we're gonna pill. I just need to, okay, we're gonna pill. I would love it if you hit one of our good units, I would respect you. You hit one of our good units, welcome to the party, pal. Now, how about something like this? If this is in sicko mode, I don't know what is. I'm gonna get even... May I get as sick as this? You give what, 4-6? That's perfect for 1 round. This, you know why I'm here. Cactus Jack sent me. Are you ready for this? We've elevated the walrus game 1 step further than even we thought possible. Okay, spicy. You're dead. I got death touch. I got death touch. Okay. Now there is a part of me that says, what if you just pilled that walrus again? Are you a bad enough dude? There's also a part of me that says, if you sell your monkey and then roll tiger here, walrus here, you guarantee death touch on everything. I mean, including this that already has it. In fact, I mean, if you look, I wish I hadn't sold the monkey before I thought about this a little bit more. But I still think, can I tell you, I still think there's some humor here. I want to see a pill. I know it looks like we should just go to level. Don't worry about it, because we're going to pill you. Please, it hits, give 1 random friend peanuts. Please, 50% chance. Oh, baby. And then there's absolutely no reason to do this except it's kind of funny. I'm scratching my head, but I feel like I'm in a good spot. The only thing I would really like to have is units that also kill things. You know what? Sorry, units that spawn things. Because that's where you can run into a little trouble. Not a lot, as you can see. This is a little cheeky. I honestly thought Walrus was already like a little overpowered, but then getting one to level 2 and pilling it is like absurd. Okay, and I'm gonna take you because like you're so important to the dog build, which I think is actually like pretty important overall. Like, I mean, and it's also fun. I mean, buy, sell, you make the most choices. It'd be a hairy rodent here, which means you have the most fun because you get to do the most. That could make all the difference. It didn't make any difference. I think we lose, but it's round 1. Oh, we didn't get the best shop. Don't cry about it. You take some of these, you level up, you get a dog. Sure. This team is not good. But if, in like the 1 in 7 chance we get a dog on our level up, Oh my god. We are off to the races, man. You aren't even going to know what hit you. You're going to wipe my whole squad here, huh? Okay. Clitoris. I get it. I wish I got it before I started saying it, but I get it. You got me. Okay, how about 2 of these? That's not a dog. I think a camel can get the job done, though. Give the camel some meat. Give Carly Rae Jepsen a sword. For now, I mean... Sorry, I gave it some bacon, by the way, not some meat. I would take a 2nd level. That's not what you want to see, but that's okay. We could still get a dog on turn 4, turn 5. Get value out of the duck, get value out of the chinchilla. What the heck just happened? And honestly, like, the camel is probably like a B- tier animal to get on the level up. You can suck some buffs into it and feel good. I don't feel bad about this. I feel a little bad about that, but why don't you take a permanent buff? And then for the time being, let's get like a little utility out of you. Try to keep the train rolling. Here we do only have 1 win. It's not easy. Hit the ant, please. Incredible play. I couldn't have asked for more. Honest, I feel like our ant made the difference there. I might be wrong, but, you know, big things have small beginnings. Now, a dog? No dog. A giraffe? Actually pretty important. I don't really care what you hit. We're mostly clearing space. That's probably not the best. Giraffe. Roll me. Quick little dog. No dog. I would rather go a giraffe that buffs a camel. And if we're going to do this, let's make sure our good giraffe is getting the buff, and let's give it some meat. You know, it helps us out with the main problem with the giraffe. It's a good squad. It doesn't look that inspiring, and its future growth is, like, not guaranteed, to put it nicely. But it's a squad. Well, sure, we lose this one, but we can hang. We didn't lose by too much. We lost by, like, an attack. And you know what? I mean, like an early level 2 giraffe, it would have been nice to get it next round, but whatever. A platypus can do damage. Like, you can keep it around for a minute, and it's just too late for the dog. I said round 4 or 5, I got to stick to my principles, and just make sure you're doing this right. Like, why don't you just... you don't need the buff. The thing is, we want the camel to buff the giraffe because the giraffe has the most HP of our non-camel units by far. So it's kind of like, I was going to say suboptimal, but actually it kind of worked out like beautifully there. Okay, go ahead. Take your hurt trigger. You're going to be a little spicy here. But would you look at that? Perfectly planned as all things should be. We're going dogless. You know as well as I do, we have a problem. When I sell you, you create 2 units. When I sell you, you create 2 units. So I have to sell you. Let's do that early rather than waste another 1/1 buff. Then, we're not going to get another sell trigger. It only comes from the shrimp, I think. So start with the double chinchilla sell. This is like a gold pivot round. Then sell the platypus. Sell the duck. Sell the beaver. This round might be a little bit twisted. But we got 13 gold. That's nice. Let's buy a can. It's a perfect can investment, I think. We want to see some good units. In lieu of some good units, you know what I would do? I would get a little hot with this one. And I would say, let's take a porcupine. And then let's also take a frigate bird. It hit a camel. I can live with that. And let's sell the frigate bird. We got the 2 HP out of it. You know, it was a risk. And we'll roll 2 links. What are links called in plurality? Linksin? LinkedIn? We got 2 LinkedIn here. It should be a decent snipe early. Our whole squad is screwed up. But we're pogging. And I don't know. I've never really seen a porcupine go off just because there's so much death touch. But maybe. For now, we're just going cans, okay? Cans are like it's the opiate of the believers. A crow, I sleep on this pretty heavily right now. I'd love to see some more Honestly, I would accept a loss on this round in order to maximize cans in the future. You know what? For 1 gold to get 3 attack on our giraffe and move up an XP, it actually should be 4 attack, right? Maybe? I would accept that. Snipes are doing wonders for us right now. I don't know if this is... I keep calling this a peacock, right? I mean porcupine. I only have an undergraduate degree in biology, I should say. My expertise is not unparalleled. Let's wait on this. And I'd love to get you up a level, but the lynx is like a given. It's so statistically better now. But otherwise, I wouldn't mind like waiting for more cans. But for now, a super camel. We get a little bit in the buff department here. 18, 19. I forgot what round we were on. It might not be enough. That's one heck of a... Well, I was just going to say, the leopard is going to shoot before the tiger applies its effect. That's a rookie mistake. Now, is it a rookie mistake I've done 10,000 times? Absolutely. But a rookie mistake nonetheless. I do feel like a green pepper makes a lot of sense on you. I mean, I get the value. You know what? Sure. Shrimp. And then a little giraffe. Why not? It's slightly better than bacon buff. You're not going to see that on the A&W menu, but we'll take it. I'm not exactly an A&W caliber streamer, I think. We live? Was the green pepper worth it? The world may never know. Close game. To get to 6 on this one, when we didn't get our dream line in the shop, feels kind of nice. Now, can me? I really don't think any of this does enough for us. Genuinely. I don't know when we pivot. That's the scary part. But I don't think this does enough. The lynx... So right now, every lynx is doing 6 damage. It's so bad. I would much rather have a monkey to generate a buff. And then we'll freeze you. And I honestly think the lynx... It gets... the giraffe, as good as it is early, it doesn't scale well into the late game. It exists right now because its stats are good. Mind you, the mosquito also is not, like, great right now. We're so lucky on the math here. Holy cow. Holy cow. I think the lynx benefits the most from the chocolate. Especially since we got a giraffe in the shop. You have to, and I know it's probably annoying. But genuinely, like, I can't think of a good reason why... And this is, like, if you want to call me, like, you know... Wait, I don't know what the word would even be. It probably wouldn't be a nice word, but if you want to call me, like, no life, hey, oh, he doesn't even care about having fun, he only cares about winning. If you want to call me that, you know, words I've used against others in the past, by all means, go ahead and do so. The thing is, it's just too good to pass up right now. They'll probably nerf it. If I have a regret about how I played Super Auto Pets before, it's like, oh, the rooster's too good, I'm never going to take it. Then you just get bodied by roosters nonstop, and your reward is nothing. A feeling of self-righteousness while everybody goes owned, owned, owned. Okay, I mean, and then, to be honest with you, I don't want a cumulative 2-1 buff if instead I could just give 3 death touches out. But there's also a part of me that says, you know what would be hilarious is if we just pilled you, and then... yeah, okay, and then after pilling you, we just bought, like, another one. But for now, let's just... I mean, we don't want to there's such a good chance to override. Whatever, let's give it a try. So, what's the dream here? Winning this round would obviously be nice. We could sell our giraffe probably too, just to be clear, but... I don't know, we're having fun, kind of. What's happening? Rooster gets death touch. Things you love to see. Not gonna matter, but things you love to see. We are on lethal. We're going to pill you. We can... That doesn't do it. That doesn't help us. That's not great. We don't need the extra tigers. Wouldn't mind seeing an extra pill and an extra walrus. A lynx. Not fully sold on the LinkedIn. Here we are, huh? Just take this. Now, I'm like, am I screwing this up? Not really, because, like, you're going to give 3 death touch anyway. If I move you to the front, you give 2 death touch. But you know what? Actually, I think even though you're a camel, your trigger doesn't really matter. We're actually stoked to have you at the front. You probably give us more utility by guaranteeing that you wipe some units up close and personal here. Like you for... I thought you were going to live and kill a dog. What went wrong? We're lucky. Like, extremely lucky. Okay. Look, I'll be honest with you. I think this is just funny. Don't hit the camel. Okay, now we can start to work you around. I don't think we want a lynx now. We want another walrus. We may not get one, and then I'll regret my decision, but it will have been very funny. People always fail to consider the humor of the situation, okay? If you're going to go first, it kind of makes sense for you to give the lynx the ability, but then that would require us to buy this. Let me think, okay? Ideally, a walrus just... Oh my god, it showed up. Holy cow. Okay. Now I think this makes the most sense. You can laugh all day about, oh, you have, like, the camel's getting double death touch. Okay. You're basically, like, telling a billionaire that they forgot to put in, like, a coupon code at checkout. And I'm not saying we're going to win, because actually we're going to lose. Because the rooster is, like, insanely good against, I mean, just in general. They just built, like, the perfect team, honestly. But it's not the double death touch that screwed us there. What we needed was, like, a level 3 rooster to match theirs. I had a great time in this video. I hope you did as well. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!